Avenue in Martinsburg. Phone 263-6957.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
Hi, this is Lauren from Orsini's right here in Martinsburg. Grilling is not just for the boys. We are a Platinum Traeger dealer carrying the Pro Series all the way up to the Timberline Series. We have every flavor of wood pellets along with accessories, rubs, sauces. Not just Traeger, we carry Utz, Meat Church, Lanes, and Dizzy Pig. We also carry a full line of Yeti products. Orsini's has everything to complete your backyard. Visit us at 360 Hack Wilson Way or at Orsinis.com.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Thinking about making that big move but don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross in the Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris is a Martinsburg High School graduate and knows the local market, and he's proven it for the past 15 years at Milestone Real Estate Group. Looking to sell or buy a home? Phone 304-579-7349. That's 304-579-7349. Or go to callchrisross.com. Making milestones is our business.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Hagerstown Ford, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Jefferson High School for Jefferson girls basketball action as they take on the James Wood Colonials. Nick Verzolini alongside me is Colin McLaughlin. Dylan Bishop along with Braden Schaffner are our cameramen this evening, I should say. And back in the studio is Spencer Dupuis and Colin. Our second girls basketball game of the year. We had Spring Mills, who was one of the two teams to make it to the state tournament a year ago last week. And then tonight we have the other team that made it to the state tournament a year ago, the Jefferson Cougars. But it hasn't been the best start to the year for Jefferson, sitting at 0-3. A team with high expectations coming into the year, ranked number 9 in the preseason AP poll. But it's been a slow start for Jefferson, and really it's a pretty new-look team in terms of their key players.
Yeah, I mean, 0-3 start is definitely not what you expected for this Jefferson Cougar team this year after they made states last year, but they had a few girls in key roles on that state championship tournament run last year graduate. So you got to really try to find a new chemistry, a new identity for this team, and it's going to take some time. The JV squad, it seemed like today, had that identity found. Absolutely dominating performance is what we just saw for the Jefferson JV team against James Wood. But when you look at this James Wood varsity team who just took the court, as Jefferson's also just taking the court now for pregame warm-ups, Nick, it seems like James Wood just has the size and has the numbers, and we know these two teams opened the season against one another on December 1st, and it was a 55-37 win for James Wood. So at home, 4 games into the season, can Jefferson figure something out and compete tonight and maybe etch out that first win to try, as we've said on the Sports Mix numerous times, for everybody that's been searching for that first win, get it off your back so you can focus on something else.
Yeah, that's a good point, Colin. And you look at it, Jefferson coming in at 0-3. James Wood sits at 1-4. The one win, though, coming against this Jefferson Cougars team. So on paper, it's, though, still a very even matchup when you're looking at two teams with losing records early in the season that are trying to prove themselves. And you mentioned potentially the size advantage. And while I think James Wood probably has that size spread out a little bit more, Jefferson does have a size advantage in terms of height with Olivia Hedrick down low, who stands at 6'4". Coach Silver was pretty worried about her on the glass. But really, when you look at the star players for the two teams, we'll start with Jefferson. The key player that returns, that's been their leader this year, Mackenzie Brezovic. She is the main player for the Cougars, along with Jasmine Taylor. And on the James Wood side, Brianna Nezerwalt has been their star player, averaging 20 points per game heading in.
Yeah, she leads the team in minutes, as you just mentioned, in points, as well as rebounds, and third in assists. So they really rely on that senior, standing in at 5'9", being the shooting guard and leading the Colonials. If Jefferson can neutralize Nesselrot today, they can maybe pull out the win. But as we've seen, it was a 55-37 win for James Wood last time. So it's going to be tough to contain her. 20 points per game is nothing to obviously scoff your nose at. It's a star player in the making, and it's somebody you have to take seriously.
And then following that loss, Jefferson would lose to University in Spring Valley. So they played some tough competition early in the year. But Coach Smith says, as we'll hear on the other side of this break, when we get into the coaches interview segment of the pregame show, this team is not quite bringing it enough on the defensive end, and he thinks if they can get the defense going, that will help jumpstart their offense, and they'll be able to get out and run and really play that up-tempo style that we're used to seeing with the Jefferson Cougars girls basketball team under Coach Smith.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw it in JV. Maybe they can get that energy after JV just got a 40-plus point victory against James Wood and really hunker in defensively. If you can form a press, put pressure on the other team, cause turnovers, you're usually the one that wins ball games when it comes to girls basketball.
All right, let's take our first break here on the Sunset Water Countdown to Tip-Off. Sunset Water Services proudly installing water softeners in Martinsburg and Berkeley County since 1989. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from the two teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Thinking about making that big move but don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris is a Martinsburg High School graduate and knows the local market, and he's proven it for the past 15 years at Milestone Real Estate Group. Looking to sell or buy a home? Phone 304-579-7349. That's 304-579-7349. Or go to callchrisross.com. Making milestones is our business.
Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer deaths in the United States each year. But do you know the radon levels in your home? Home is a place to live, love, and laugh, not a place to breathe air containing radon. The Berkeley and Morgan County Health Departments are distributing free confidential radon test kits, and you can get yours at the Berkeley County Health Department office in Martinsburg and the Morgan County Health Department office in Berkeley Springs. Protect your home and family. Get your free radon test kit today.
Hello, this is Mark Sutton of the Sutton & Janelle Law Firm. The right attorney can make all the difference in your case. That's why you should call Sutton & Janelle. We have been serving clients in West Virginia and Maryland since 1999 in the areas of family law, DUI, criminal defense, and personal injury. Sutton & Janelle works hard to obtain a favorable outcome for you at a reasonable rate with affordable payment options. Sutton & Janelle values your rights and is passionate about your success. Contact us today at suttonandjanelle.com.
We welcome you back to the Cougar Cage here on the campus of Jefferson High School. Nick Verzolini alongside me is Colin McLaughlin here on the Sunset Water Countdown to Tip-Off. We'll now get into our coaches' interviews brought to you by Rock's Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Rock's, fast, fresh, friendly. We'll start with the head coach of the Jefferson Cougars, Damon Smith. Now joined by the head coach of the Jefferson Cougars, Damon Smith. Coach, your team comes in winless on the year. It's been kind of a tough start after making it to the state tournament last year, but what are some things that you've liked from your team? You played some good competition to begin the year.
I think the competition we played, has been good. I think some of the stuff that I do like from us, we will get out and run. You know, that's how I always like to be. I like to get out and run. I think our defense can be better. I think we could work better as a team. I think this past week and a half, I think we starting to work on stuff like that.
And unfortunately, you guys were supposed to play Hampshire the other day, but that got postponed due to the weather. So you miss out on an opportunity to get your girls prepared for this game, but you've already played this James Wood team.
Welcome you back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pre-game show. It's now time for the
pretty much playing as a team. I think, and more effort. I don't think we played with a whole lot of effort the first game, because I think it was because we didn't have any scrimmages. So that was more like of a scrimmage for us, and so we can try to gel. We wasn't gelling very well. I'm hoping that tonight we can see that we're starting to gel a little bit.
Who have been some standouts for you in the early part of the season?
Mackenzie Brezovic has probably been the main standout so far. I think she's leading the team. She's leading the team in scoring right now. Jasmine Taylor is another one. She gets out and runs, probably the fastest. I think she's the fastest person in the state, me personally, but she won't run track. But she can get out and run. If we can get Jasmine out and run, you can see some exciting stuff from her.
What are some keys for the win tonight?
Once again, defense. We got to play defense. We got to have a whole lot of effort, and we got to play. We got to play together as a team tonight.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Now joined by the head coach of the James Wood Colonials, Sanford Silfer. Coach, your team has already played this Jefferson team off to a pretty good start for your squad so far this year. What's been some keys to the good success?
I think the keys for a good success is just trying to stay together as a complete unit. And I think going against Jefferson is kind of rough. We got one big, probably about 6'3". She looks 6'3" to me. So I think we played them very well the last time. Hopefully we have the same kind of success. We have to give them a couple different looks this time around, because I'm sure they're probably expecting us to do the same. And so we're trying to change it up a little bit tonight.
You mentioned playing Jefferson, a team that was ranked in the top 10 in State of West Virginia 4A. How do you think kind of these challenging early season matchups help your team for success down the line?
I think down the line it just lets us know we're able to compete, with teams that have great success like Jefferson has had. It kind of gives us a big hope in the future, especially we got a young group here.
Who have been some standouts for you in the early part of the season?
Brenda Nesserod, number 3, has been a real good standout. Has been shooting the ball very influential for us, and has been commanding the offense very well.
What are some keys to get the win this time around again against Jefferson?
I think the keys is kind of shut it down in the post. Real good box out will probably be the key, and keeping Brakovich, I believe it is, in check as far as points-wise.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Good luck tonight. We welcome you back here on the pregame show after those interviews. Again, brought to you by Rock's Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Rock's, fast, fresh, friendly. We'll take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we will continue here on the pregame show. Get Colin's keys to the game. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team, with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center, 400 West Stevens Street, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
What came first, the chicken or the egg? No matter what you think, you can have it either way. Rock's new bagel croissant and chicken waffle breakfast sandwiches are made fresh every morning. Rock's Local Market.
Rise and shine. You're gonna be late for work. Good morning, sleepyhead. Have a good one.
Rock's new bagel croissant and chicken waffle breakfast sandwiches are made fresh every morning. Rock's Local Market.
Coming back to Jefferson High School here on the pregame show. Nick Verzolini alongside me. Colin McLaughlin, Dylan Bishop, our cameraman, along with Braden Schaffner. And back in the studio is Spencer Dupuis, who you will hear from at the half. Colin, Jefferson getting ready to take on James Wood in girls basketball action. And as we kind of wind down here on the pregame show, let's get into your keys to the game. Brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company. The key to your next car is at the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? The one and only Spencer Dupuis rides with them, so you should too. And, Colin, what are your keys to the game? We'll start with James Wood, the visitors tonight. What are some things you think they need to do better to improve on that win that they got the first time around against Jefferson?
I think they really need to focus defensively like they have all year long, and that is when it comes to turnovers. They love to steal the ball and then bring it back the other way. They average 12.6 steals per game. So if you can continue to do that against this Jefferson team and really feed the ball to your two best players, in Nesselrott as well as Jenkins, you should be the ones to really get the win today. On the other side, you got to force turnovers if you're Jefferson, because even though when it comes to 12.6 steals per game for James Wood, they average 13 turnovers per game. So if you're able to win the turnover margin, get some fast break points of your own as well, you can compete with this team and maybe even get that first one in the year.
I think that makes sense when you're looking at it from the James Wood perspective. You mentioned the steals and trying to force turnovers. It's a pretty young Jefferson team in some areas. They do have a decent amount of seniors, so they're not necessarily like a super young team like Spring Mills, but they do lack some experience in some key areas, and they lost a lot from last season. So experience in terms of varsity on the court experience is kind of lacking in this team, and that's why you probably see the 0-3 start. But if they can pick things up tonight, just play a little bit better basketball, I think they have a chance to win. It really wasn't too bad of a game the last time they played, 55-37. first quarter was close. It was only 10-4 after the first quarter, and Jefferson played better in the second half. Just really kind of fell apart in that second quarter, Colin. So a more complete game, and maybe we see the Cougars get the win tonight.
I agree.
And you look at things on the James Wood side coming in with just that one win, it's a chance to build momentum and pick up your second win of the year. So it should be a pretty competitive game tonight.
Yeah, that's why you play these out-of-state teams early on in the season. Try to, I guess, get a different level of competition, whether it's better or worse, just to either see where your team's at in the region, or if it's a worse team, which I don't think James Wood is, but if they were, it would be to just get a win and get your team in good spirits before going into conference play. But at the same time, you like going up against tough teams like James Wood, who you've already lost to. You want to see what you can change this time around and hopefully get that first win of the year. You're at home, so hopefully there's some comfortableness in that one and go from there.
All right, Colin, now let's get your players to look out for, brought to you by Sutton and Janelle, attorneys at law, a full-service law firm helping individuals, families, and businesses with all of their legal needs. They're at 224 West King Street in Martinsburg, or online at suttonandjanelle.com. We've kind of already hit on this earlier in the pregame show, but give us your two players that you think should be kind of the star watch, I guess, for tonight's game.
Well, again, like I said, for James Wood, it has to be Jenkins, who averages around 11 points per game. And then on the other side, or on the same side for James Wood, it has to be the senior, Brenna Nesselrod, averaging 20 points per game and almost 5 rebounds per game. Standing in at 5'9", that senior in the shooting guard spot and will really take control of the game for the Colonials. And on the other side, for Jefferson, it has to be Brezovic and then Hedrick down low. If she can really take over the post, get rebounds, and make sure that her second chances for those missed shots from the Lady Cougars, that she's able to put back and in and dominate in the paint, they come out with the win.
All right, Colin, I liked it. I like it. You worked overtime for me. You only needed to give me one player on each team, but you gave me two players on each team.
Exactly.
Because
one player will not always make a difference.
One player does not make a team. There is no I in team, and that's how Colin McLaughlin rolls. We're going to take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we will give you the starting lineups. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10. We're back in 2 minutes.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Thinking about making that big move but don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris is a Martinsburg High School graduate and knows the local market, and he's proven it for the past 15 years at Milestone Real Estate Group. Looking to sell or buy a home? Phone 304-579-7349. That's 304-579-7349. Or go to callchrisross.com. Making milestones is our business.
Carpet World is more than just carpet. Carpet World specializes in a complete selection of hardwood floors by respected names like Armstrong, Bruce, Shaw, and Mohawk, and tile by Dowell Tile, American Oleum, and Mannington for all rooms in your home. And Carpet World can update your bathroom shower with very attractive ceramic tile walls and floor. Financing with up to 12 months deferred interest is available, along with experienced quality installation at Carpet World, 2330 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. CarpetWorldofMartinsburg.com.
You've put up with your water long enough. It's time for Sunset Water Services, your local water solution since 1989, to fix your water problems. Get better tasting, better smelling, and better looking water today. Say hello to drinking your own delicious water for pennies per gallon. Say yes to healthier skin and hair and to softer and brighter clothes. Sunset Water Services delivers your bags of salt to you, so they'll save your back too. And our products come with a 1-year satisfaction guarantee. Call 304-754-9031 for a free water quality test today. SunsetWater.com. Ollie's VIP North Side is the best spot to catch all your favorite teams. Join us Monday for Dollar Wings and Monday Night Football, Thursdays on the patio for the Cornhole Tourney, Friday Night Lights with happy hour specials, or Saturdays during or after the college games for Steak Night. Get a ribeye or New York steak for just $26.95. Ollie's has great food and drink menus too, along with 17 TVs to watch any game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP North Side. We'll see you for the game.
welcome you back to Jefferson High School after the national anthem has concluded. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin here as we wrap up the pregame show, Colin, and get into the starting lineups brought to you by the Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors Phil McCoy and John Everson. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or call 304-263-4343. We'll start with James Wood for them at guard, number 3, Brianna Nezarat. At the other guard, number 5, a sophomore, Mary Kimball. At guard, a sophomore, number 10, Naya Edwards. At guard, a sophomore, number 14, Maddie Shirley. And rounding out the lineup, a sophomore, number 32, Julie Jenkins.
I like Jolly.
Jolly, you think it is?
It's the holiday season. It should probably be like Jolly Julie.
I mean, it is Jolie. So to me, that might be Jolly. But for now, we'll move over to the Jefferson Cougars at guard. Jolie? Possibly.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. But why not Jolly, like you said, holiday season. But back to the Cougars starting lineup. At guard, a junior, number 11, Jasmine Taylor. At forward, a senior, number 12, Talia Lindsley. At guard, a sophomore, number 15, Grace Dodson. At guard, a senior, number 33, Mackenzie Brezovic. And rounding out the lineup at center, number 45, a senior, Olivia Hedrick. So Jefferson comes out in the all-white jerseys with the maroon numbers and letters across the chest, and then James Wood in the blue uniforms with the gold letters and gold numbers across the chest and the gold stripe down the side along with a white stripe as well. As Hedrick stands in the circle for Jefferson, and she wins the tip. It'll be the Cougars to begin possession. Hedrick in the high post. She loses control of it, and James Wood takes over. Nezelrot working over to Jenkins. Back to Jenkins up top of the key. Quick pass down low and a shot. No good. Rebounded by the Cougars. It's Taylor. Taylor quickly back the other way. Coast to coast for Jasmine Taylor, and she lays it up and in to get the Cougars on the board first, 2-0.
Way to keep possession there for Taylor. A little bit of a bump when she was getting into the paint, but was able to keep her balance and go up for that layup.
James Wood having some trouble on this possession, getting good passes. That pass is tipped away by the Cougars. Brezovic. But then Jefferson loses control of it. Here's a quick pass down the court. A layup is up and good from Edwards to tie the game at 2 with 7:04 to go in the first quarter.
I like the intensity, though, on both sides to start things off.
I think that favors Jefferson if it's going to be a fast-paced game. As Dodson tries a three from the left wing, that is no good. Rebounded underneath by Nezarat, and Nezarat will push over to Jenkins. Left side, now back top of the key. Nezarat dribbles in. A long two is on the way and short off the front of the rim and out of bounds. It will go to Jefferson.
Would have liked to maybe see a little bit of a pump fake there from Nezarat because Hedrick was guarding her. If you get Hedrick to go up, the paint was wide open.
Here's Taylor now on the left wing. Down low with the give and go to Brezovic, and she can't quite finish the layup. Rebounded by Nezarat. Over to Jenkins, left wing. Back to Nezarat. She'll take a dribble and then get guarded closely by Taylor. 2-3 defense for Jefferson. Here's an open triple from the left side. It's no good. Rebounded by Taylor. Taylor coast to coast again, and she'll lay it up easily with the right hand to give Jefferson the 4-2 lead.
Coach said she does not run track for some reason.
Yeah, maybe she should.
She's clearly the fastest player on this court.
There's a floater in the lane by Jenkins. Score the field goal, and she'll go the line to trying to convert the three-point play. So Jenkins with a nice floater in the lane. I believe Hedrick's going to be hit with the personal foul. And it will go on her first. Team first as well for the Cougars. And the free throw from Jenkins is good, but they did not score that field goal. I thought they had counted it, but apparently not, Colin.
They did. It's now 5 short.
Okay. I thought they were going for another shot. My bad. So here, transition. Layup is up and good. I thought everybody was still standing on the line. I looked at as Lindsley gets that one to go.
I caught James Wood napping.
Yeah, they seem to think that there was another free throw as Jenkins drives baseline and a double dribble call.
At least the scoreboard had it up.
Yeah, and they didn't take another free throw, so that was the
the
right call. They
N1.
did say count it, so I was right the first time, Colin. Stick with my initial thoughts there.
James Wood now going with a full court press.
That was Edwards who got the shot to go earlier. Here's a shot from Brezovic, no good. Rebounded by Lindsay. Her shot is off the mark. A shot underneath by Dotson is blocked, but she gets her own rebound, dribbles out to the corner, now goes back toward the rim, and she's called for the double dribble.
Ooh, that was a close one. I like the move, though. Bring it out herself and then go back the same way she just came because she realized she had the space.
Jenkins up top. Here's a three-pointer from Nezelrod, and it is good from the left wing to give James Wood the 8-6 lead with 5 minutes to go. Here's another turnover. Nezelrod pushing back the other way for the Colonials. Three-pointer from Jenkins is an air ball. Taylor chases it down on the far side. Brezovic will bring it across now for Jefferson. Here's Dodson with it. Down low to Hedrick. Nice pass underneath, and Hedrick lays it up and in.
Great heads-up play to find the man, or the woman, in the post.
The young lady.
Young lady, woman.
I'm just messing with you, Tom.
You're good.
8-8 our score. Drive in. Nezelrod now with it on the left wing. Jefferson stays in that 2-3 zone. Nezelrod attacks. Now back to her. She'll thought about a three. Swings it back up to the top of the key for Shirley.
You can tell that the defense has really stepped up early on for Jefferson.
Nezelrod back with the basketball over to Jenkins. Nezelrod now to Shirley. Shirley in the high post. Her shot is rejected by Lindsay. And now a foul called in the backcourt. And, I mean, that's where it starts, I think. If Jefferson wants to have success, they got to bring that effort on defense. And in this 2-3 zone, Colin, it's been an aggressive start for the Cougars, and they're getting after it defensively as Taylor and Lindsay check out.
Also, Shirley picked up a foul for James Wood. It's their first.
It looks like Rollins and Holmes coming in for the Cougars. Here's Holmes in the corner. And a double dribble called against her. So a turnover for Jefferson in an 8-8 ball game. 3:42 to go in this opening quarter. We'll get it into Jenkins, and she'll bring it across for James Wood. She has 3 points. It's tightly guarded now. Nezelrod nearly called for a travel, I thought, but a floater is just off the mark, no good. Rebounded on the left wing by Nezelrod, and she'll get it back as Jenkins and her swinging around the perimeter. Here's a pass inside, deflected by the Cougars. Holmes now back the other way on the steal, and her shot is blocked, but a rebound by Brezovic, and she puts it back up and in. Her first 2 points. Jefferson back in the lead now, 10-8, with 3:08 to go in the first quarter.
James Wood's timing is just off for those passes. That last possession, Edwards was wide open in that right side.
That foul's going to go against Brezovic as she was trying to win the pass, but Nail was there as well, and she kind of made contact from Nail's leg. So we'll remain with James Wood. Jenkins off the inbound, back to Nezelrod. 10-8 Cougars on top, 2:53 to go in the opening quarter. Good game so far between Jefferson and James Wood on this Friday evening. Nezelrod on the corner, now called for a travel. Turnovers really hurting James Wood, it seems like, Colin. They can't quite build momentum on the offensive end, even though it is only a 10-8 ball game.
As I said, they average 13 a game. Right now it looks like they might go over that.
Brezovic brings it across the timeline. It's a very young James Wood team. A lot of sophomores on their squad. Brezovic now in the corner. High post Hedrick. She'll rip through, go up strong, and can't quite get the shot to go. But a good rebound by the Cougars, but they never really had it. Great effort on the play by Rollins, but she couldn't quite keep it in bounds. And we got a timeout. We will keep it here as our first quarter is presented to you on TV 10. I missed a few of our reads there, but our opening tip was brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to HagerstownFord.com. And our first quarter is presented to you on TV 10 by Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations. Robert Fields and Sons, a family-owned full-service funeral home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown. Ranson proudly serving the area since 1880. And, of course, we don't want to forget the first shot of the game was brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect. They're at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-5131. 10-8 our score here in this first quarter. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin. With 2:22 to go in the opening quarter, James Wood has possession out of the timeout. Edwards brings it across over to Jenkins now. Nezelrot comes off a screen from Jenkins. Back to Nail. Good pass down low, but it's going to be a tough shot for Nezelrot over the taller Hedrick from the block, and it's no good. Rebounded by the Cougars.
That was close from a foul from Hedrick. She didn't go straight up. She brought that arm down.
Pass inside is knocked away and then off of the Cougars, so we'll go back to James Wood with 1:55 to go in the opening quarter.
And the only reason I bring that up was because I thought there was some contact. If she got the ball, which I didn't think she did, obviously the call's correct, but you got to be careful every time when you swat that arm down.
Yeah, I mean, usually when you see the swat is when you see the foul called. Nezelrot in the corner. Up top the Nail. Shirley swings it to Jenkins. Jenkins dribbling around that defense. The Nezelrot for the long triple from the right wing, and she gets nothing but net to give James Wood an 11-10 lead with 1:29 to go in the opening quarter. A great shot from the right wing. That's her second triple of the early going. Our other first quarter sponsor here is presented to you on TV 10 by CMA Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA moving lives forward. As Rollins underneath gets the basket to go for Jefferson. Regain the lead at 12-11. Here's a long two from the left elbow. That's no good from James Woods Edwards. Ball goes out of bounds. It's now Cougar possession with a minute to go. 12-11 our score. Brezovic swings it to Dodson. Down low to Rollins, who posts up. Finds Brezovic. Back over to Hedrick. Hedrick extra pass in the corner. Back to Dodson now, top of the key. Hedrick high post, takes one dribble, goes up strong, gets fouled. She'll go to the line to take two free throws.
Good ball movement there from Jefferson that time around. Really spreading it out, trying to create space for Hedrick so that she could drive the left side of the lane. You can see improvement from the first game of the season.
For sure, Jefferson's doing a lot better on the offensive and defensive ends here in this opening quarter. Hedrick makes the first free throw. The second one is up and off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound chased down here on the near side by Edwards. Edwards works the ball into Jenkins, 38 seconds to go. Swing it to the corner. Now back to Jenkins. Drive and dish for a long two. No good. On the way from Edwards. Down low. Here's a corner three from Nail. That's an air ball. Rebounded by Rollins. Tipped away. And it will remain Jefferson possession of 18 seconds to go so they can set something up here to end the quarter. Colin, probably hold for the last shot.
Yeah, that'd be a smart decision to make, especially since there's no shot clock anyway in West Virginia.
13-11 our score. Jefferson leads James Wood. Looking for the first win of the season are the Lady Cougars. Brezovic swings it to the corner And Jefferson now working for the final shot. Brezovic's pass to Hedrick down low is tipped away. Shot was after the buzzer, no good anyway. And we will head to the second quarter with our score, Jefferson 13, James Wood 11. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 60.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
The holidays are for making memories, and Honda can help you make them. Whether it's hauling presents in a capable Ridgeline, going sledding in an adventurous Pilot, or traveling in a rugged Passport or CRV. Make memories during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details.
We welcome you back to Jefferson High School. Our score, the Jefferson Lady Cougars lead James Wood 13-11 as we begin this second quarter. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin. Colin, good first quarter play, and this is the best Jefferson has really looked this year. First game of the year, it only scored 4 points in that first quarter.
Yep, that's what I was about to bring up. You mentioned during the pregame it was a 10-4 first quarter in favor of James Wood to tip off the regular season, and now it's 13-11 Jefferson. So the improvements have been made. They answered our question on if those improvements are made. Hopefully that continues.
Yeah, can they sustain this level of play? And to begin this possession, they do, as Brezovic jumps in front of a pass to get a steal. Mackenzie Brezovic quickly down the court, down low to Hedrick. Hedrick lays it up and in. I'm with you. That was definitely a foul on the possession for Brezovic, but Jefferson will take it either way. Hedrick gets the easy layup. 15-11 Cougars.
Yeah, you can't jump into a player.
Nizelrot swings it to Jenkins. And now another turnover as Prunty tried to get it, but then Jefferson couldn't quite get the handle on it as Brezovic ends up falling out of bounds with the basketball. So 15-11 our score. Jasmine Taylor will run back on for the Lady Cougars. Checking out for Jefferson was Holmes. Nizelrot back over to Edwards, now back to Nizelrot. Down by 4, and she traveled. That's a turnover. Well, we saw how good Spring Mills' defense was the other day against Bridgeport. Their top player was averaging 20 points per game. So far, Jefferson's defense has been pretty good on Nizelrot. She's had 2 tough threes in that first quarter. Here's a turnover here as Dodson tries to swing it to the corner to Brezovic, but the pass is too high and it goes out of bounds. So,
yeah, there's some miscommunication a little bit too. Brezovic was driving in, the pass was out into that right wing.
Jenkins swings it to Nizelrot. She gets trapped. Good defense from Dodson. Now to the high post over to Edwards. Back to Nizelrot in the corner. High post Edwards on the right elbow. Now a nice floater in the lane is good from Jenkins. She has 5 points. And it's 15-13. Jefferson still on top with 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Here's a pull-up three-pointer that is off the mark. No good. High from Brezovic off the top of the glass and then falls off the side of the rim. Rebounded. Go ahead, Colin.
Thought the bank was about to be open late today.
It definitely looked that way as Edwards tries a long two. It's an air ball. And Dodson with the good effort but couldn't keep it alive for the Cougars. The ball will remain with James Wood as Lindsay checks back in. Hedrick is going to get a break. She's played well early on. 6'4" player, senior, has 5 points for Jefferson. Nizelrot off the inbound pass. Jefferson didn't look ready. Luckily, the layup was no good. Rebounded by Lindsay over to Brezovic. Brezovic quickly looks for Lindsay down low, but Jenkins is there to tip it away. And then trying to save it on the far side was Holmes. but she was the last one to tip it, and it will go back to James Wood.
Good call. The ball just barely touched that baseline.
Jenkins now with it over to Nezelrot. While Nezelrot leads the team in scoring, you can tell Jenkins has good abilities as a point guard. We've seen some nice floaters from her. It's just, can James Wood get more production out of its other players? And a double dribble called here on Jenkins for the turnover. That's the other big issue, Colin. We thought about in the pregame. A lot of turnovers for this James Wood team, and they continue to pile up here this evening.
And we have a unique perspective being up here. And if James Wood, Coach Silver, was up here, he'd be furious. He probably sees it down low, but that right post, time and time again, wide open for James Wood.
And that's where you want to get the ball against the zone defense. As Holmes pulls up from the elbow, and Holmes knocks it down. Jefferson extends the lead to 17-13, now at 5:12 to go before halftime.
It's the sixth player to score today for Jefferson.
The balance is there for the Cougars. Nezelrot in the high post. They go to work with her. Nice pump fake, but she didn't take the shot. Now a skip pass to Edwards. Her corner baseline shot is no good. A good rebound, though, underneath by Jenkins, who lost control of it underneath. It was tipped away by the Cougars, according to the official, who was very aggressive with that.
That's Mel.
Nezelrot off the inbound somehow gets that contested shot to go over Dodson to make it 17-15. She has 8 points to lead the Colonials. Brezovic into the high post for Lindsay. She'll turn around as nobody guards her, but shot is no good. Dodson with a good rebound, though. Came in from the baseline, and nobody put a body on her, and Dodson lays it up and in to extend Jefferson's lead to 19-15. Her first 2 points. That's 7 players now, Colin.
Yeah, I really like this start for the Cougars compared to James Wood has only had 3 players score.
Edwards trying to drive in, a foul called against Jefferson. 4:14 to go in this second quarter. Jefferson leading 19-15 over the James Wood Colonials. Tough to get anybody open on the inbound, just barely do. Edwards gets it back after the inbound pass, and she'll reset the offense. An illegal screen called against Bowser, trying to set it on Jasmine Taylor, but she didn't have her feet planted, and she rode Taylor as she tried to get around her, and a foul called. So 19-15 our score, 4:07 to go in the first half, and Brezovic catches it on the inbound. Brezovic swings to Dodson. Now over to Holmes. Back up top to Taylor. Taylor to Lindsay, who drives baseline. One dribble and layup is good. The balance and the patience on offense, very impressive for the Cougars in this game. 21-15 lead. Jenkins now gets double teamed, splits the double team, throws up a wild shot. It's an air ball. Rebound is tipped, and now Brezovic comes away with the steal and a foul called against James Wood. Opportunity here, Colin, before halftime for Jefferson to really pull away with 3.5 minutes to go and a 6-point lead.
Yeah, they have control. You can tell that James Wood a little bit, especially when they try to go down low, is almost panicking, it seems like, in a way. The passes are just off, and the pressure and the double teams from Jefferson's defense has really been impressive so far.
Holmes with the basketball. She'll drive and attack, swing it over to Dodson. Over to Taylor. Taylor splits the defense with the Euro step, gets fouled.
I think she got poked in the eye, potentially.
Does look that way.
She lose a contact? I think she did. That's going to be interesting for free throws, only having one contact in now.
If that is the case, I think. If she lost the contact.
I saw her hand something to Dodson, who just handed it to Coach, and he has it in his hand right now.
Oh, yeah. Look at you, Colin, with the observation.
And she missed the first free throw.
I would have called a timeout, maybe.
I think you probably wasted timeout there, too. But, I mean, 1 for 2, you can't complain. And now just to sub her so that she can get the contact clean. She will now jog to the bathroom to do so.
Okay,
maybe you have
Taylor.
a backup contact?
I don't know. I always risked it. Never had that issue. As Jefferson forces another turnover for James Wood. Brezovic over to Lindsay. Extra pass to Holmes. Holmes attacks the basket. Throws up a wild shot. Rebounded by Brezovic. She'll take a power dribble. Go up strong and finish. Mackenzie Brezovic, the tall point guard, stands at around 5'8". And there she's able to use her height as a point guard and out-muscle the team and get the layup to go. Drive in and a baseline shot that's an air ball. Rebounded underneath. Kick out for the corner three, and that's good. Nice shot there by Shirley from the corner.
I think it's just a long two.
You are correct.
Yep, I saw the foot on the line.
24-17, 2:17 to go in the first half, and a rare turnover, it feels like, for Jefferson in this game, or at least in the second quarter, as Dodson tried to hit Holmes, but the pass went through her legs and out of bounds. So 24-17 our score, 2:13 to go in this first half of play. Jefferson still with the 7-point lead, and Jenkins will bring it across over to Shirley. Now back to Jenkins with the hesitation move. Drives baseline. Gets double teamed down low. Great defense by Jefferson, and a timeout called from the far side by James Woods, Coach Silver. And our score, Jefferson 24, James Woods 17. And let's get our second quarter sponsors presented to you on TV 10 by Orsini's Home Store. Not just an appliance store any longer. They're located at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg, or online at Orsini's.com, along with the Skinner Law Firm, injury and consumer rights lawyers. Call 304-245-6613 or go to SkinnerFirm.com. Colin, Jefferson's built itself a nice little lead, and mainly it's been with the lack of turnovers and the balance offensively.
Yeah, balance offensively is where I was going to go as well. 7 players in the score sheet so far. You got Taylor that have had 5 points, Lindsay with 4, Dodson with 2, Holmes with 2, Brezovic with 4, Rollins with 2, and leading the way, Hedrick, who I don't even think we've seen this quarter, with 5.
She was in very early, but hasn't played a whole lot this quarter.
But Brezovic defensively really stepping up.
She's all over the floor. She tips another pass, knocks it out of bounds. A lot of teams will keep that status. This time she gets the steal. Brezovic quickly back the other way. Finds her teammate in Holmes, and now back to Dodson. Excuse me, that was Rollins. Now it's Holmes in the corner. Back over to Dodson. Thought about the three-pointer. Swings to Rollins. Brezovic now works down low. Goes up strong and gets fouled. She'll go to line, shoot 2. Mackenzie Brezovic, we mentioned her height earlier, staying at 5'8". She has the ability, though, to be the point guard. And then they've been putting her down low against this James Wood defense and letting her go to work with Hedrick on the bench, and she can do that as well. So a very versatile player for this Jefferson Cougars team. Brezovic's first free throw is up and good. Gets the friendly hometown roll to extend the lead 25-17. She now has 5 points. 1:37 to go in this first half. Second free throw from Brezovic is up and no good. Rebounded by James Woods Prunty. Nearly a turnover. No call, though, and Jenkins lines up a triple and buries it from downtown to make it 25-20.
And that's the third 3 of the evening for James Wood. Jefferson still has not hit one from beyond the arc.
They haven't really needed to.
That's true.
Kind of been working inside all game, and here's another opportunity as Lindsay finds Brezovic. Layup is no good, but Lindsay grabs the offensive glass. Works it back to Brezovic, who gets double-teamed. Oh, I was going to say it doesn't matter, but she couldn't quite
I was
finish.
ready to say the same thing. She's been doing very well down low. No rare miss from her today.
Just put a little bit too much on it from the left side, but you like what Jefferson's been able to do with Mackenzie Brezovic in this ball game. 25-20, Jefferson on top.
And now Jefferson going full court press.
Yeah, they
haven't seen
like
it from
the
them.
tempo. Here's a pass, though, as they nearly broke it, but a travel. They got it down low to Bowser.
Yeah, Jefferson got lucky there. Bowser was wide
that was
open.
Nail.
Okay. Still, wide open.
It's a little difficult for us to see the far end of the court from this right side porch here at Jefferson High School. 12, 22, very similar numbers, but here, Brezovic down low to Lindsay, and she lays it up and in. Jefferson found the perfect high-low work between Brezovic and Lindsay, and they get the 2 points. Shot on the other end, no good. Tipped around on the rebound. Edwards grabs it. Here's a long three from Shirley, is no good. Ball still tipped around before Jefferson comes up with it. Dodson ahead to Rollins. Pass is knocked away and out of bounds by Jenkins.
And honestly, that probably helps Jefferson because now Coach Smith can communicate to his team that there's 13 and a half seconds left.
Yeah, they can draw something up. Well, go to a play call, I should say, not really draw it up. But Brezovic with a dirty crossover move attacks the basket and gets fouled.
And that's what you don't want if you're James Wood. With 3.6 seconds left, fouling.
Yeah, that's the 7th. So 1-and-1, even if that wasn't ruled a shooting foul, which I'm not certain. I don't believe it was, though. It didn't look like to me that Brezovic had shot. But it looks like they're playing the shot anyway, so never mind. But the free throw is up and good, so Brezovic heads to the line. She makes the first.
She's now 2 for 3 from the charity stripe.
Second one is good as well.
Make it 3 for 4.
And here's a last-second pass. Turnover taken away by Jefferson's Holmes. And at the half, it's the Cougars 29, the Colonials 20. And we will take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have the halftime show. This was West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Ollie's VIP North Side is the best spot to catch all your favorite teams. Join us Monday for Dollar Wings and Monday Night Football, Thursdays on the patio for the Cornhole Tourney, Friday Night Lights with happy hour specials, or Saturdays during or after the college games for Steak Night. Get a ribeye or New York steak for just $26.95. Ollie's has great food and drink menus too, along with 17 TVs to watch any game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP North Side. We'll see you for the game.
Welcome you back to Jefferson High School. The Cougars leading the James Wood Colonials in girls basketball 29-20 here at the half. So we welcome you into the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm halftime show. The Mansion Ferretti Law Firm is located in Martinsburg, and it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin here at the half. Our cameramen this evening are Dylan Bishop along with Braden Schaffner back in the studio hit Spencer Dupuis. You'll hear from Spencer in just a little bit. But, Colin, we talked about it during that first half, and Jefferson's been very impressive with their offensive ability to spread the ball around, get a lot of different players involved. And also, I think the defense has been there, and they've forced a lot of turnovers in that first half as well.
Yeah, when you got 7 players in the score column so far, which means all 5 starters, and then 2 off the bench in Rollins as well as Holmes with 2 points each, you got to be happy with how your team's played so far if you're Damon Smith. Up by 9 at home against a impressive James Wood team. You've held Nesselrod to 8 points so far, as well as Jenkins. And then on the other side, Edwards and Shirley only have 2 points each to total them up to 20. Your defense has looked outstanding. You've been able to cause turnovers when need be, and that transition offense you're making shots in.
And I think they've been good in the half court, really, too.
Yeah.
I mean, Brezovic down low has had her moments, and you just ran through those James Wood stats. But if we look at things for Jefferson, Taylor with 5 points, Lindsay with 6, Dotson with 2, Holmes with 2, Rollins with 2, Brezovic with 7, and Hedrick with 5. And unless I'm missing something, I believe everybody that's played has scored. All 7 of those are the only people, I believe, who have gotten in the game.
I think you're right.
So, I mean, anytime you have that kind of game, you're getting great balance and you're getting success out of a lot of different players. So I'm sure Coach Smith probably very happy with this first half, because I know he's been kind of frustrated that his team's gotten off to the slow start, but has stuck with the team and has got them better, and they've played a lot better here in the first half tonight. We will take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from Spencer Dupuis. He'll have the scoreboard update and then send it back here to Jefferson High School. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Welcome in to the Halftime and One Scoreboard Show, brought to you by the Mountaineer Pub, located at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway in Martinsburg. And trying to get some scores here. Haven't been very successful, but I do have one score from around the Panhandle, which I have it live on video production, so let me take a check for you right here. Musselman currently down at just about halftime, 42-33 to Hurricane at the Will Washburn Classic Showdown. See if I can get an updated score. It is 43-33, about a minute and a half left in the first half. Jefferson and University at the Little General Holiday Classic just tipping off as we speak. You watch those games over on Video Productions on YouTube. If you want to have dual screens, if you're Jefferson, you can watch both Jefferson games. Go to Video Productions YouTube as well. But trying to catch some scores for some other local Panhandle teams and have not yet been successful. But some other games going on tonight in action. Hedgesville is hosting Idea Public Charter. Spring Mills is versus Parkersburg South. I can try to check on a score and get it to the guys, and they'll lay it out to you guys as well. On the girls' side, Spring Mills hosts Pendleton County. I'll try to get a score for that as well. But that's about what I got right now. You want to check some scores around the country here with in NCAA college basketball, maybe some NBA as well. Let me pull it up over here as we've got a few minutes to kill here as they get ready for the second half there. We'll look at some bowl games. Earlier today, Troy, the 24th team in the nation, gets an 18-12 win. That in the Cure Bowl. Final from earlier was UAB getting the win over Miami, Ohio in the Hometown Lenders Bahamas Bowl. Let's look at some NBA scores right now. At the half, the Hawks on top of the Hornets, 75-59. Also at halftime, the Pistons on top of the Kings, 63-55. With about 10-15 left in the second, the Magic are on top of the Celtics. That could be a big upset. Magic at 9-20, Celtics at 22-7. Some other scores here, 8:32 left in the second. You got a close one there in Cleveland as the Cavaliers are up 38-35 over the Pacers. About 10:22 left in the third quarter. Warriors on top of the 76ers, 41-33. 9:20 left in the second. The Raptors are on top of the Nets, 35-26. The Nets just getting going here, 8:57 left in the, or 8:48 now left in the first. The Knicks are on top of the Bulls, 8-6, also just getting going, 10:08 left in the first. The Thunder on top of the Timberwolves. 2 games later on in the NBA, that would be the Trailblazers and Magic getting going here in about 15 minutes at 10 p.m. on ESPN. You can get to the Nuggets and the Lakers. Also, one other thing to note, in about 15 minutes, we'll find out the Harlan Hill Trophy winner. Will it be Tyson Bagent going back-to-back? Could it be Gerard Bowie out of Martinsburg at Concord? We'll find out. I'll let the guys know. They will let you know on the broadcast, but that will do it for us back here in the studio on the Mountaineer Pub halftime and one scoreboard show. We'll take a 2-minute break, get you back out there to the Cougar Cage as they resume second half action between the Jefferson Lady Cougars and the James Wood Lady Colonials. Back in 2 minutes.
You've been in an accident. Why won't the insurance company pay? Because they're trying to save money at your expense. Call Mansion Ferretti for your free consultation. We have the experience to deal with the insurance company and get you the compensation you deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
We apologize for some technical difficulties as we bring you back to start this second half. Only missed, though, a few missed shots on the other end for Jefferson, who leads 29-20 here.
What a pass from Brezovic.
Yeah, looking like Sammy Roberts back in the day for the Cougars. But 29-20 our score. As Nick Verzolini, Colin McLaughlin, happy to have you with us. 7:09 to go in this third quarter. We got timeout, Colin. So our third quarter is presented to you on TV 10 by Hagerstown Ford. Revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to HagerstownFord.com. And Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. It's 29-20, still our score as we are about a minute into this third quarter of play. Been a good start for Jefferson. The Cougars have it out of the timeout. 7:09 to go in the third. Again, 29-20. Jefferson leading James Wood. Off the inbound, Lindsay pulls up. Shot is no good, and a foul called as Brezovic was pushed and then goes down hard to the ground.
She looks to be okay.
Yeah, she's fine. So On the inbound now, Lindsay gets it into Brezovic. Good fake, and now a floater from the baseline is just off the mark, no good, but Lindsay grabs the rebound. She'll lay it up and in. Excuse me, that was Taylor with the layup. So Jasmine Taylor with 7 points for the Cougars. Here's a corner three from Shirley, no good. Hedrick grabs the rebound. Now Taylor, the hesitation move, good Euro step into the lane, and she'll finish. Excellent move from Jasmine Taylor. Makes it 33-20 Jefferson with 6:32 to go in the third.
Now she's trying to do it on the defensive end. And
called for a foul. Nezarat working against Taylor, who's done a really nice job on that defensive end for Jefferson. They've kind of been in this 2-3 zone, though, the whole game, but Taylor's just made things difficult on the ball handlers up top. Here's Jenkins attacking and running right into Dodson, who's called for the foul. They'll inbound again, this time from the opposite side in front of the James Wood bench. 33-20, 6:22 to go in the third. Pass back to Nezarat, Now baseline shot is blocked by Hedrick. Rebounded by Taylor. Taylor with the 3-on-1 fast break. Good bounce pass over to Lindsay. Shot no good. Taylor grabs the rebound. Her shot is no good. And Nezarat grabs it. Now Dodson, though, gets the steal to Brezovic. A foul called or out of bounds? Out of bounds the call.
Was it that or a jump ball?
Yeah, I believe you're right. Jump ball was the call.
I think it was jump ball because they were pointing possession arrow, which has James Wood with possession.
Jefferson brings the full court press. Jenkins gets it. Dodson falls down. Jenkins going coast to coast. Layup is up and good from Jenkins. Good drive to the rim for her.
She's now in double figures.
33-22. Yep, 10 points for Jenkins to lead the way for James Wood. Brezovic down low to Lindsay. Extra pass to the corner. Dodson, it's a high pass. Now work it back down low to Lindsay. Power dribble, no good. Good defense on the other end for Edwards.
Still great ball movement on that. 4 passes, only one time the ball touched the court, and that was the dribble.
Jenkins finds Edwards. Her shot blocked by Hedrick. A rebound underneath. And Nezarat will head to the free throw line and shoot 2 after she gets fouled.
She's somebody that really needs to take over the game if you want James Wood to win. Still only has 8 points so far, averaging 20 a game.
Isn't too far off her average, but it's not been 8 points, consistently. She had 2 threes in that first quarter and then just 1 layup in the second. She does get that free throw to go. Let's give her 9 now. The second free throw from Nezarat is up and good as well. 10 points now for her. Her and Jenkins have really been the only 2 people to score consistently, though, for James Wood, so I think it's more about balance as we move forward here, Colin. A high post feed to Lindsay, down low to Brezovic. Brezovic back to Lindsay, elbow J on the way, and that is good for Lindsay. Make it 35-24. Jefferson extending the lead with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here's Nezarat's shot from the left wing, extended elbow. Brezovic now chucks it deep down the court.
That's
Lindsay.
Twice now, though.
And the shot is no good.
If you took the over in passing yards for Brezovic, congratulations, you've hit.
What'd you have it at, Colin? 33.5?
I didn't know for basketball that it even existed until I just created it.
Fair enough. Turnover again for James Wood. Brezovic brings it across the court into the high post for Lindsay, who bobbles it, gets it back. Now Taylor tries a long 2 on the way. No good. Hedrick grabs the rebound. Can't get the shot to go. Puts it back up and in. Score the field goal. Hedrick will go to the line for the 3-point play.
I'm loving this so far from Jefferson. One of the keys that I said, you got to get those second opportunities. That time it was a third opportunity for Hedrick, and it still went through for the and 1 opportunity.
Pad those stats, Colin.
I love it.
Hedrick's free throw is up and no good. Rebounded underneath by Jenkins. Jenkins quickly across the timeline, looking to Edwards. Nice fake from her over to Nezarat. Nezarat pulls up. Shot is no good. Tipped. Ball is still tipped around. Taylor dives on the floor, and we got a jump ball It will go to the Cougars. 37-24, Jefferson on top, 4:08 to play in this third period. And we got a timeout. And we will take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We're back at 30.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
We welcome you back to Jefferson High School. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin, Dylan Bishop, and Braden Schaffner are our cameramen tonight. Spencer Dupuis back in the studio as Jefferson holds a 37-24 lead over the James Wood Colonials. And Colin, this is the Jefferson team we've waited for all season long. It's our first time seeing them on TV10. But 55-37 was the score of the first game of the season against James Wood. So Jefferson has a chance for its highest scoring output of the season, and also doing it against a team that you already lost to at 55-37 early.
Yeah, they've already matched the amount they scored the last time these two teams met.
And there's just 4 minutes to go in this third quarter, so plenty of time to go. Lindsay catches in the high post, finds Hedrick underneath. Her shot is off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Jenkins.
There was a clear mismatch there, too. A missed opportunity for Hedrick.
Jenkins crosses the court, swings it to Shirley. Her shot blocked by Lindsay on a three-pointer.
That fires up the fans.
Brezovic quickly down the other way to Dodson. Dodson retreats back, finds Hedrick, who had a wide-open Brezovic. They now get it to her. She pumps once and finishes the layup underneath. Mackenzie Brezovic gets her first 2 points of the second half, now with 9 for the Cougars. And James Wood's going to burn another timeout. Our score, Jefferson 39, James Wood 24, 3:20 to go in the third. Let's take another 30.
Find that new Chevy truck or SUV you've been searching for right here at CMA Chevrolet of Martinsburg. With over 100 new Chevys in stock, you have options. We have the Silverados, Equinoxes, and more to meet your needs. And we are not selling over MSRP. Get power and fuel efficiency with the all-new Silverado 1500 LTD, space and savings on a new Equinox. And that's not all. Every new Chevrolet has a lifetime powertrain warranty. And did we mention we are not selling over MSRP? Find new roads at CMAChevroletofMartinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
We welcome you back to Jefferson High School. Our score, Jefferson 39, James Wood 24 is this third quarter winding down here, Colin. And Jefferson's really taking control of it now with a 15-point lead in this ballgame.
Yeah, they were up 9 at the half, so you've extended it 6 more points, and it's really been thanks to Taylor as well as Brezovic, both with 9 points each. So really leading the way for these Lady Cougars.
Yeah, you got to love the balance from Jefferson. Everybody that's entered the game has scored so far for the Cougars. And another turnover for James Wood as Prunty traveled. And the Cougars get the possession back here. Already up 15 with 3:17 to go in the third. Brezovic catches off the inbound. She's guarded tightly. Gets the double team. Taylor over to Dodson. Dodson going right to the rim. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Jenkins underneath. Jenkins ahead. Finds her teammate who loses control of it. Taylor picks it up. Shirley with the turnover. Taylor now going 1-on-3 and still gets the layup to go.
Wow. I thought she was about to just stumble and go down. She was losing her balance, but instead makes the shot.
I mean, it was 1-on-3. You don't see that very often, but Taylor able to finish. Jenkins now attacks the rack. Shot way off the mark. No good. Rebounded by Brezovic. Over to Dodson. Dodson quickly back the other way for the Cougars. Over to Brezovic now, top of the key in the circle still, though. High post now to Lindsay. Good dish underneath to Hedrick, and she'll lay it up with the left hand. Excellent ball movement on display from the Jefferson Cougars tonight.
This has become way too easy for Jefferson.
Jenkins attacks the rim, gets fouled. She'll go to the line, shoot 2. But it's 43-24 Jefferson with 2:17 to play in this third period. And it's just been beautiful basketball from the Cougars.
Yeah, and it seems just like almost a lack of effort, too, defensively for James Wood. Watching them, the only players that are moving are whenever they're guarding the ball. There's no movement off the ball defensively, and that's allowing Jefferson to really just create space for themselves and find the open man.
Jenkins missing the first free throw, her second with her team trailing 43-24, 2:17 to play in the third. The second one is up and good. That brings her to 11 points to lead the way for James Wood. Taylor now, and James Wood trying this press defense. It just hasn't been successful. Taylor with a beautiful bounce pass underneath to Lindsay, who lays it up and in. Lindsay now in double figures with 10 points. I don't think if we looked at the numbers column, we would ever expect this kind of balance from Jefferson's offense. Really, it was just Taylor and Brezovic that were scoring, but we've seen great performances from Hedrick and Lindsay as well tonight.
Yeah, I am just as surprised as you are.
Here's a shot that's off the mark, no good. Dotson flies in for the rebound. Jump ball, the call, and it will go to Jefferson. I mean, we knew there was talent on this roster. It just hadn't shown it to this point, coming in at 0-3. But it looks like the Cougars are going to get the first win of the year. Still, though, another quarter to play, so anything could happen. Jasmine Taylor crosses the timeline, draws a foul on Jenkins.
But when you're up 20, you like those odds.
Yeah, you do. But, again, when you're 0-3, too, there's reasons why you're 0-3. You don't want to go back to those mistakes just because you have a lead. So it's important for Jefferson to close out strong here. Lindsay over to Brezovic. Down low to Hedrick. Hedrick's layup. No good, but she grabs her own rebound, fights off the glass, no good on that shot, and actually going to pick up a foul on Nezelrot, who grabbed the rebound.
Yeah, she just went over the back.
And you like Hedrick down low. She's played really well. I believe she might check out here with Jefferson up by 20, a minute 32 to go in this third quarter. They will pull Hedrick, and now entering the game for the first time is Hoyler.
But you see, she's getting a standing ovation from all 4 of her coaches, all of her players as well, because of just how physical she's really played today.
Yeah, and the effort, too, as Jenkins guarded tightly by Jasmine Taylor. Nedelrot to the rack, and she can't finish, but gets fouled to go to the line.
You're not sure which one they'll choose the foul on, if it goes against Lindsay or if it goes against Dodson.
There's also Hedrick's third foul of the contest. We'll see who the officials called for that last one. But free throws here from Nedelrot, and it is up and good on the first. Or Nesselrod, excuse me.
She's now 3 for 3 from the free throw line, all coming in this second half.
Second one up and no good, but she grabs her own rebound and then lost control of it. Lindsay picks it up. Brezovic quickly back the other way, pushing with the right hand, finds Dodson in the right corner. Back to Brezovic, right wing. Brezovic drives down low, tries to get to Hoyler, but it goes off her fingertips and out of bounds. Jefferson with the turnover. James Wood takes back over possession. Holmes will check in for Dodson. Cougars still lead at 45-26 now, our score. 1:03 to go in this third period. Nezelrot bringing it across half court. Good defense from Jasmine Taylor. Swing it to Jenkins on the left wing. Now to Edwards in the corner. Jefferson remains in that zone defense, and Brezovic nearly had a steal. Down low and underneath.
Ooh.
And Nezelrot will head back to the free throw line. If Brezovic gets that steal call, it's a dunk. It's a two-handed slam.
I'd love to see that. I'd be on my feet like you were if that was the case, but instead it's a foul against Jefferson, and called it on Hoyler, but I thought it was on Lindsay.
Hoyler picks up her first. Nezelrot's free throw is up and good.
Because Lindsay was the one with her hands in there.
Second one good as well. Now 13 for Nezelrot. Brezovic as James Wood brings the press. And also, Colin, this is why we said, not over. It's 45-28 all of a sudden. It was a 20-point game, and Jefferson just turned it over again in the backcourt this time.
Double dribble on Brezovic, just a little mental error.
Jasmine Taylor nearly gets a steal and another foul. The foul's really starting to pick up for Jefferson. That's the 8th team foul. This will make it a 1-and-1 for Jenkins.
Yeah, that's something maybe that you could be worried about if you're Damon Smith, because that'll potentially keep James Wood in the game if they can knock down their free throws.
That's the 3rd on Jasmine Taylor, and the free throw is up and good from Jenkins on the front end of the 1-and-1. So having Taylor now in foul trouble, she's played really well with 3 personal fouls, though. You don't want to see that, and you might have to see more of this Jefferson bench, which they've only gone now 8 deep in the ball game. Second free throw good as well for Jenkins. Taylor now pushing with 30 seconds to go before halftime. Taylor splits the defense, lays it up and in. That's why you need her on the court. Jasmine Taylor going through the entire James Wood defense to get that layup.
Beautiful coast-to-coast again for her. You can tell that she's that fastest player on the court.
Edwards' shot is no good. Rebounded by Hoyler, who has it stripped from behind by Edwards, who lays it up and in. Way to stick with the play if you're Edwards. She now has 4 points. Final shot before the end of the third quarter is no good, and we'll head to the fourth with Jefferson leading 47-32. We'll take a 60-second break. This is West Virginia High School Girls Basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10. We're back in 60.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
Hello, this is Mark Sutton of the Sutton & Janelle Law Firm. The right attorney can make all the difference in your case. That's why you should call Sutton & Janelle. We have been serving clients in West Virginia and Maryland since 1999 in the areas of family law, DUI, criminal defense, and personal injury. Sutton & Janelle works hard to obtain a favorable outcome for you at a reasonable rate with affordable payment options. Sutton & Janelle values your rights and is passionate about your success. Contact us today at suttonandjanelle.com.
We welcome you back to Jefferson High School with the Cougars on top. Jefferson leading James Wood here 47-32 as we begin this fourth quarter. It's Jenkins and James Wood in possession. Brezovic with a tight defense on Nezelrot.
She's been everywhere on the floor today.
Yeah, her and Taylor. Now Taylor intercepts the pass. Taylor goes up with the right hand, lays it up and in. Jasmine Taylor has had herself a game here tonight as well, especially that third quarter for Taylor, with 8 points in the third and now 10 points in the second half, 15 total for Taylor. Nezelrot's shot is off the mark, no good. Too many rebounds, though, on the offensive end, and after another wild shot from Prunty, Nezelrot lays it up and in.
She now has 15 on the evening, too.
But just her first field goal of the second half. Layup underneath is no good. And a jump ball will stick with the Cougars.
Hoyler had the ball at the left block after the tip drill through the hands of Holmes. Missed the first one, got her own rebound on the right side, and was unable to make the second chance, too.
And you see Coach go back to Hedrick now, who, Jefferson's given up some rebounds, so get that height back into the ball game.
Lindsay wide open, catch and shoot. Nope.
Taylor has it. Jefferson hasn't attempted too many long-range shots, but haven't really needed to. Holmes attacks the paint. Holmes' layup is wild and no good, results in an air ball. Rebounded quickly by Edwards, who goes coast to coast. Nobody stopped ball, and she gets fouled. She'll go to the line, shoot two.
You got to communicate and have somebody pick her up. You can't let somebody drive that easily into the paint unless you're going to square up and be brave enough to maybe take a charge. Neither of them were.
I could be wrong, Colin, but If Jefferson's taking a 3, I would say it's no more than 2 3-pointers here tonight.
I was about to bring that up when you said that we haven't really seen many opportunities. I don't think we've seen one.
I was almost going to say that. Maybe one, but it definitely doesn't feel like it. They are working the ball inside.
And it's worked.
And there's been no reason to take threes, and I think you got to like that if you're Coach Smith. His team has been consistently going for the layups, and they've been there and taking what the defense gives them. Edwards' first free throw was no good. The second one is also no good, so I guess we had a lane violation called against the Cougars as Lindsay checks out. Rollins checks back in. 49-34 our score, 6:52 to go in the fourth quarter. And the second free throw after the lane violation is up and no good as well. Hedrick grabs the rebound. Brezovic quickly down the court to Jasmine Taylor. Extra pass to Rollins. Her baseline J is good. That's Holmes. Holmes knocks it down from the baseline. Great extra pass from Jasmine Taylor to find her teammate, who now has 4 points. Good defense from the Cougars. Defense and a foul called against Jefferson.
Yeah, there's been a lot of those.
Fouls. But the send the Colonials to the line now with the double bonus from here on out.
And that's really the only thing that's truly keeping this team in the game.
Yeah. Especially.
But now they've missed 4 straight
half.
free throws after going 8 for 10 on the first 10.
I mean, Colin, we've only had 3 made field goals in the second half for James Wood. And now they're not making these free throws either, as both of them no good from Shirley. Brezovic now with the basketball for Jefferson with the commanding 51-34 lead, 6:16 to go in this fourth quarter. Down low to Hedrick. She's wide open, but she can't get the layup to go. Nizelrat grabbing it for James Wood, and right there guarding her all 90 feet is Brezovic. Edwards over to Jenkins. She'll try a three-pointer. It's off the mark, no good. Ball gets tipped around. Edwards now grabbing the rebound. Back to Jenkins. Extra pass, Shirley. Next bounce pass underneath to the baseline jumper, which is no good from Nail. Another rebound on the offensive end. Another rebound for Nizelrat, and it's no good. Brezovic finally secures it for the Cougars. Good screen from Dotson opens up things for Mackenzie Brezovic, who goes driving in and gets fouled, I believe. And yep, it will be a foul called against James Wood. It's 3 defenders were grabbing at the basketball that Brezovic was not going to let go. Foul called on Edwards. 5.5 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. 51-34. Jefferson on top. Brezovic into the high post for Rollins. Her turnaround jumper is just off the mark, no good. Follows her shot and forces the ball to go back to Jefferson off of Jenkins. Good hustle by Rollins to keep that possession alive.
By the way, quickly, Nick, Harlan Hill winner has been announced, and unfortunately, it is not Tyson Bagent. It is Matosha from Colorado School of Mines.
Yeah, we knew it'd be tough for Tyson, but 2 years in a row, a finalist 2 years in a row, definitely a great achievement. Either way, it's a wild shot there. Hedrick grabs the rebound. She'll lay it up and in for Jefferson, extending the lead out to 53-34.
She now has 11, the third player in double figures for Jefferson.
Great balance from the Cougars tonight. Here's a drive in from Jenkins. Shot no good. Rebounded underneath from Shirley. Shirley gets fouled. She'll go back to the line.
I don't know if I like that call. Shirley was kind of off balance, and her momentum was really carrying herself into the defender and not the other way around. But we've seen a lot of fouls called this half against Jefferson, so it's going to continue to be that way.
Shirley's free throw no good.
We've seen a lot of that now, unless your name's Nesselrott and Jenkins.
That's true. In fact, nobody else has made a free throw.
Yeah, they combined, Jenkins and Nesselrott, 8 for 10 from the free throw line. But when you add in Edwards and Shirley, they're now 0 for 7.
Dodson was wide open, but Brezovic pulled it down. Now they'll swing it to Dodson in the corner, who attacks the rack. Layup is short, no good off the bottom of the rim. Quickly back the other way. Jenkins finds an opening, and she'll get the layup to go. The first field goal of the fourth quarter for James Wood makes it a 53-36 game. We have a timeout. We'll keep it here to give you our fourth quarter sponsors, as our fourth quarter is presented to you on TV 10 by Parsons Ford, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons, along with WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. Well, Colin, it's been a very impressive performance for the Jefferson Cougars this evening, and looks like it will be the first win of the year for Coach Damon Smith and the Cougars after an 0-3 start. And if this team plays like it did tonight, I think they'll have a lot of success in EPAC play and could head back to the state tournament.
I do too.
So here's the inbound to Hedrick, ahead to Brezovic. Brezovic quickly back the other way with the right-handed layup, and it's up and good. And we'll see Jefferson again on Monday, Colin.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We just added that game to our schedule yesterday.
So here's a wild shot, no good.
Be the first EPAC game of the year for them.
That's true. Very exciting. Early season EPAC, too. Usually we don't see that until we get into the new year, but Hedgesville Jefferson going at it at Hedgesville on Monday. Because we will not have Monday Night Mayhem. Last week was the last episode. So Nesleron's free throw up and good, so we figured we'll go at a game. I think I called that good before it actually was good.
She now has 16 points.
It just looked good on release.
Yeah.
But not a whole lot of shots from the floor for her. So overall, you got to give credit to this Jefferson defense. Second one good as well. Dodson bringing it across for the Cougars, who still lead at 55-38. 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Good pass to the corner here, but Holmes can't quite control it with under 4 minutes to play now in the fourth. It'll be interesting to see how that Hedgesville team matches up against this Jefferson pressure.
It's going to be tough.
Swinging it to Shirley, back to Jenkins. High post to Nezelrot, back to Jenkins. Extra pass to Edwards.
No,
Jenkins
3 seconds.
Open three-pointer is short, no good. Rebounded by Shirley. Now Nezelrot attacks. Her shot off the mark. Tipped around. Ball eventually rebounded by Rollins underneath. She'll find Brezovic, who will bring it across for the Cougars. Look down court for Dodson. And trying to recover it there on the sideline was Holmes, but she was out of bounds. So the ball will go back to James Wood. Here's a Shirley, long two on the way as her foot was on the line. It's no good. Rebounded by Rollins, who dragged that foot and travels. And there's still things that Coach Smith and this team will have to clean up moving forward, but overall got to feel pretty confident about this win. Lindsay checking in for Jefferson. Looks like Taylor's going to check back in as well as Jenkins gets to the basket, but good defense from Hedrick. Forced that miss. Now Holmes brings it across for the Cougars.
You could hear that swat from Hedrick up here.
Ball gets tipped around. Nezelrot recovers. Nezelrot to the rim. Air ball on the shot. Rebounded by Brezovic. Back to Holmes. Holmes gets double teamed and now brings it across with ease. Finds Brezovic. 2:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Jefferson with the commanding 55-38 lead. Hedrick sets up the screen. Good pass underneath, but it got tipped away. And will stay with the Cougars. As Taylor will check back in. Running on for Dodson. 2:33 to go in the fourth quarter. Jefferson still at the 55-38 lead. Brezovic gets it into Taylor. Taylor swinging to Lindsay. Extra pass to Holmes in the corner, who runs into Lindsay, but now recovers and A timeout smartly called by head coach Damon Smith. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 30.
Hi, it's Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 Spencer Dupuis. When I got into a car accident and needed to get another vehicle, I wanted to go somewhere I could trust. So I went to the Heffley Motor Company at 993 Hedgesville Road. As a first-time car buyer, I really didn't know what to expect. But at Heffley, they treated me like family. Every step in the process was seamless. Not only did they give me a great deal, but they also helped me secure an amazing interest rate. Now I know firsthand why Heffley has such a great reputation in this community. I ride with Heffley Motor Company, so you should too.
Back to Jefferson High School. The Cougars lead the James Wood Colonials 55-38 in girls basketball action. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin. Happy to have you with us. On camera this evening for us is Dylan Bishop along with Braden Schaffner. Both of them doing a great job for us. And back in the studio doing a great job as well is Spencer Dupuis. 2:25 to go in this fourth quarter, and Jefferson just trying to close things out here. And another foul going against the Cougars. It's going to go on Lindsay.
Moving screen.
Yep. So
a lot of late fouls. That's something that you can definitely improve on if you're the Cougars.
Yeah.
Even though that's Lindsay's first, you've had double figures when it comes to fouls this half.
Good ball movement here from James Wood. Nezelrod, extra pass. Shirley's jumper is off the mark. And probably rebounding to an extent has been an issue for Jefferson. Too many opportunities at times for James Wood. But they just haven't converted on those opportunities as the Cougars have built themselves that nice lead. Been stuck on 55-38 here for quite some time. Nezelrod over to Jenkins with 2 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Jenkins attacks, swings to Shirley. Shirley extra pass. Edwards thought about the jumper. Now she takes it and knocks it down. Edwards now with 6 points. Makes it a 15-point game with 1:45 to go. Brezovic comes off the screen from Holmes. Swings it down low to Hedrick. Hedrick's layup is up and good.
That has been a mismatch down low all night long.
It's just come down to, did Hedrick finish the layup or not? Because she's gotten open a ton, really worked well underneath. Just can she finish? So Shirley tries a three. It's short. Rebounded by Brezovic. Head to Holmes. Cougars up 17 now, 57-40, 1:10 to go. Down low, there's Hedrick again, and Hedrick again gets the layup underneath. They might be able to do that quite a bit, even in EPAC play. If you can get Hedrick just one step, turn around, lay it up off the square and in. I mean, it's very tough to stop a 6'4"
And you got a freshman going up against her right now, unfortunately, for Easter Day, really putting her in the toughest position on the court.
And we're not in Easter season, we're in Christmas season.
That's true.
Easter Day's not coming up.
Well, it is, but Christmas Day sooner.
Fair enough. As Jasmine Taylor and Holmes check out. Great game from Taylor as well. Hoyler will check in for the Cougars, and as well as number 40, which is Hannah Shankley. Or Shanley, excuse me. James Wood tries a floater on the way, no good, rebounded by Brezovic. Brezovic could probably have close to a triple-double this evening as Kimball's shot was off the mark. There's a reverse layup that's no good. Hedrick grabs the rebound, lays it up and in again.
She just became the leading scorer.
Jenkins now pushing back the other way. Finds Kimball. Extra pass for a baseline J, no good. Hedrick grabs the rebound ahead to Brezovic. Ball gets tipped. James Wood gets it back. Here's a J on the way from Nail. That's no good. And that's the final shot of the game. And Jefferson gets the win over James Wood, 61-40. It's the first win of the year for the Jefferson Cougars. And a complete team victory here tonight over James Wood. Let's take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have the Palace Lounge postgame show. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10. We're back in 2 minutes.
Gentlemen, start her engine. Yes, this holiday season, surprise her with the gift that adds fuel, turns her key, and starts her engine with a little box from Bechtel Jewelers. When you hand that little box to her, the key clicks in her ignition. She opens it, and you hear that internal combustion. She puts it on, and her engine catches fire. Then her pedal is all the way down. She kisses you, and zoom, you're burning down the highway of love. Gentlemen, start her engine this holiday season with a gift from Bechtel Jewelers, Route 11 South, Inwood.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Thinking about making that big move but don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris is a Martinsburg High School graduate and knows the local market, and he's proven it for the past 15 years at Milestone Real Estate Group. Looking to sell or buy a home? Phone 304-579-7349. That's 304-579-7349. Or go to callchrisross.com. Making milestones is our business.
What came first, the chicken or the egg? No matter what you think, you can have it either way. Rock's new bagel croissant and chicken waffle breakfast sandwiches are made fresh every morning. Rock's local market.
Rise and shine. You're gonna be late for work. Good morning, sleepyhead. Have a good one.
Rock's new bagel croissant and chicken waffle breakfast sandwiches are made fresh every morning. Rock's local market.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
We welcome you back here to Jefferson High School on the Palace Lounge post-game show. The Palace Lounge is located on Edward Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. So we will total up some scoring here, and
I got it for you if you are
if
ready,
you're
sir.
ready to go, Colin, I'll flip it over to you, and you can give us some post-game stats here, Colin.
Yeah, your post-game stats are brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer on Route 11 south of Inwood, taking care of you like nobody's business. It was a 61-40 win for Jefferson over James Wood. Let's get the scorers tonight for James Wood. Leading the way was Nasserat with 17 points, 8 in the first half, 9 in the second half. Following her, it was Jenkins with 15 points, so 4 points above her average. She had 8 in the first half, 7 more in the second half. And then rounding it out was Edwards with 6 points and Shirley with 2 points. On the other side, Jefferson, your winners tonight, 4 players, Nick, in double figures. Leading the way, big girl in the post, Hedrick, 17 points tonight. 5 in the first half, really exploding in that second half with 12 points to total that 17. Right behind her, Taylor, the lightning bolt on the court. She was everywhere with that speed.
The Human
15
Torch?
points. We already got a Human Torch, unfortunately, Luke Samples, but we can call her Flash Taylor. How about that?
Flash Taylor?
Yeah, Flash Taylor with 15
How about
points.
Jasmine Wonder Woman Taylor?
We'll figure it out. Right behind Taylor was Brezovic with 11 points, Lindsay with 10 points, Holmes with 4, and then Rollins and Dodson with 2 points each.
Yeah, a very impressive day, I think, for Jefferson getting that balance going. But those are your game stats brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer on Route 11 South Inwood, taking care of you like nobody's business. And we will take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll get into our awards portion of the Palace Lounge post-game show. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We're back in 2 minutes.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
WVU Heart and Vascular Institute offers world-class heart care close to home. Our board-certified physicians are performing groundbreaking procedures using cutting-edge techniques, and that's why we're expanding our services to every corner of our region, so you don't have to travel far to receive the great specialty care you deserve close to home. Now accepting new patients at all locations in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, Shepherdstown, Winchester, and at our newest office in Ranson. WVU Heart and Vascular Institute, world-class heart care close to home.
Find that new Chevy truck or SUV you've been searching for right here at CMA Chevrolet of Martinsburg. With over 100 new Chevys in stock, you have options. We have the Silverados, Equinoxes, and more to meet your needs. And we are not selling over MSRP. Get power and fuel efficiency with the all-new Silverado 1500 LTD, space and savings on a new Equinox. And that's not all. Every new Chevrolet has a lifetime powertrain warranty. And did we mention we are not selling over MSRP? Find new roads at CMAChevroletofMartinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
You need to keep your vehicle in good working order, but car and truck repairs.
Jefferson High School, Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin, as Jefferson, the Lady Cougars, get their first win of the season over James Wood, 61-40. And Colin, let's get into some awards this evening, as we'll start with our Milestone Real Estate Group Moment of the Game, brought to you by Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Buying or selling a home? Call 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. What do you got for me as the moment of the game, Colin?
I think you have to go with Taylor on this one, going 1v3 and still able to keep her balance, keep her composure, go up for the layup, and drain it. One of her baskets in that 15-point evening for Taylor of the Jefferson Cougars with the moment of the game, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, she was really just getting a ton of steals throughout the game, and that was one of the tougher finishes we saw in this game. So I'm with you on that one. Definitely a great moment and one for the highlight reel for Jasmine Taylor when she gets home and puts together her huddle highlights. She'll have that one on there. But
feel free to use our footage.
Yeah, for sure. As once again, we'll now get into our rejection of the game, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced, certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. What do you got for the rejection of the game, Colin?
So we saw a lot of rejections tonight on both ends, but the one that really sticks out in my mind was late in the game. I mentioned it during the game as well, and it was from Hedrick with the rejection down low on this side of the court, and the one that I said you could hear from up here when she swatted that ball away, and that was even without the crowd mic that we had that I could hear it through our headphones. So I have to go with Hedrick with that rejection of the game.
I like that choice. I would have thought you were going with the Lindsay block on the three-pointer. The crowd was all hyped.
That's true.
That one. I thought that's where you were going, but I like that choice as well. So our rejection of the game going to Hedrick. And then finally, our player of the game, brought to you by Kelly Allstate Insurance. For all of your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg. It's a tough choice, Colin.
It is a tough choice, and I might surprise you here a little bit. I think I'm going to go with Brezovic, even though she wasn't the leading scorer, even the second leading scorer. She was still the third leading scorer with 11 points, but you got to give respect more than just the offensive side of the ball. She was on top of things and everywhere on the floor defensively, deflecting passes, steals tonight, rebounds, putbacks, you name it, she did it. So I'm giving Brezovic the player of the game tonight.
I'm not surprised, actually. That's where
Good.
I was leaning.
Well, I'm glad we're on the same wavelength.
For me, it's between Jasmine Taylor and her. I know Hedrick finished with the 17, but a lot of that came late in the game.
Yes.
Still a really good performance for her, obviously, as well. But Brezovic sets the tone. You know,
I
she
agree.
gets the steals. She runs the offense. She can do so many different things for this Jefferson Cougars team. Really good player, really good game from her. And if we had all the numbers, she might have had a triple-double, or she was at least very close, I would think.
Yeah, we're going to have to ask somebody because I agree.
Excellent performance from Brezovic. So that is our player of the game. And, again, that wraps things up here for us. And, Colin, for the first time in a very long time, we have nothing going on a Saturday.
I like it.
What are you going to do?
Relax. Watch the dogs.
Watch the Ravens?
Dogs hit. Yeah, I'll watch the Ravens some. Yeah. Do they get the win?
I hope so. But we are back with girls basketball Monday night. We'll see this Jefferson Cougars team once again, but we won't be here. We'll be at Hedgesville for Jefferson at Hedgesville in girls basketball action. It's a busy week coming up, Colin. I believe we have 4 games in 4 days.
Yes, we do. That is correct. It is Jefferson girls on Monday, as you just said, at Hedgesville. Let me quickly pull up the schedule so that I can give it accurately to everybody. Tuesday, it is New Life Christian at Hedgesville for boys basketball. Wednesday, Sharando at Musselman boys basketball. And then Thursday, it is Elkins coming to the Eastern Panhandle to take on Musselman as well. So 4 games, 4 days, 2 at Hedgesville, 2 at Musselman.
Excited to see that Hedgesville boys team. I'm excited to see how Jefferson plays against Hedgesville and girls and see if Musselman has made some improvements since that first game against Greenbrier East. So it should be a good week of EPAC boys and girls basketball. Looking forward to it, Colin. But that does it for us. For Braden Schaffner, Dylan Bishop, and Colin McLaughlin, I'm Nick Verzolini saying so long here from the Cougar Cage at Jefferson High School. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll send it back to Spencer Dupuis, who will have the scoreboard show for you. This is West Virginia High School girls basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Have a good night, everyone.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
You need to keep your vehicle in good working order, but car and truck repairs can be very costly. Bears Repair in Martinsburg performs all kinds of auto repairs at prices most often well below their competition. Bears Repair offers tune-ups, oil change and lubrication, small and large engine and transmission repair, wheel balancing, front-end alignment, exhaust system replacement, air conditioning checks, auto inspections, and new tires. Stop by for a free estimate at Bears Repair, 904 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg, phone 262-0208. Bears Repair.
Welcome into the post-game scoreboard show here on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10, brought to you in part by Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Company. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 or go to FMIWV.com. Jefferson girls get their first win of the season, 61-40 over James Wood out of Virginia. Great to see their first win. We'll see them again Monday as they go to Hedgesville to take on the Lady Eagles. That's a 7:30 tip, around a 7:10 pregame show. Just depends on where the JV game is at that point, how close it is to finishing. And speaking of some finishes here around the area, let me see if I can get an updated score here. I believe it just went final. Had the stream pulled up here. And Musselman, unfortunately, falls once again. They fall 71-63 to Hurricane as they were playing in the Will Washburn Classic Showdown. Again, 71-63, the final there. 71-63. And we've got a game in progress right now. It is Jefferson against University at the Little General Holiday Classic. That one here, as we wait to time to go down, Jefferson now on top, 63-45 at the end of the third quarter. That literally third quarter buzzer going off moments ago. And trying to find a score for Hedgesville versus Idea Public Charter. That game got underway at 8 o'clock. Cannot find a score right now. And Spring Mills loses their first one by 10, 68-58 to Park South. A really good Park South team. And yeah, that's what we got right now. From what I found out, didn't see it until after halftime while I was looking for the score. Spring Mills game, girls-wise, with Pendleton County got canceled tonight, so do not have a score for that one, obviously, because that game did not take place. That, unfortunately, had to be canceled. And as you heard there from Colin in the third quarter, the Harlan Hill Trophy announced, and that as it was won by John Matoka, the quarterback for Colorado School of the Mines, but Shepherd's quarterback Tyson Bajent, the last year's Harlan Hill Trophy winner, finished third with 108 for first place votes, or 108 total votes, with 19 first place votes, which got him for second in first place votes. If you're nailing it just on first place votes, he got 19 first place votes, 16 second place votes, and 19 third place votes. Another Martinsburg alum in Gerard Bowie from Concord, he got, I believe, sixth place there. Yes, he got sixth place with 2 first place votes, 6 second place votes, and 12 third place votes. But we'll get you scores from around the country. See if I can pop up here. Here we go. We'll get you an update on that NBA action that we were talking about earlier. With 6:03 left in the ball game, the Hawks on top of the Hornets, 116-96. 6:45 left in the fourth. The Kings are on top of the Pistons, 111-108. And a game that I said could have been an upset earlier, with 7:45 left in the third quarter. The Magic on top by 12 over the Celtics, 75-63. With 4:07 left in the third. Pacers 83, Cavaliers 76, 6:31 left in the third. Last check, 76ers on top of the Warriors, 71-70. 3:49 left in the third quarter. Raptors on top of the Raptors on top of the Nets, 76-75 at halftime. Knicks lead the Bulls 58-53. Also at halftime, the Timberwolves lead the Thunder 63-50. 10:15 left in the second quarter. The Mavericks lead the Trailblazers 36-34. That just updated there. And the final game tonight, as I mentioned on ESPN, the Nuggets at the Lakers at 10 p.m. We'll look at some here's the scores come up here. Some college basketball action around the country here. None going on in this. Actually, here we go. Let's see if this will pop up now. There we go. On this Friday night, top 25 action. A lot going on here. Not a lot of top 25 action. That might have been why I don't see any top 25 teams listed here. That would be why. No top 25 action on this Friday night. But again, we'll look at the bowls for the bowl schedule, or I guess the bowl scores today. 2 bowls in the college football bowl season that began today. Number 24 Troy beats number 25 UTSA in the Duluth Trading Cure Bowl 18-12. And then the only other game today in the hometown lenders Bahamas Bowl, UAB 24, Miami, Ohio 20. The bowl game set for tomorrow, the Wasabi Fenway Bowl at 11 a.m. Eastern on ESPN. Cincinnati against Louisville, 2:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. The SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl, Florida against number 14 Oregon State, 3:30 p.m. Eastern on ABC. Washington State versus Fresno State in the Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl, 5:45 on ESPN. Rice Southern Miss, the Lending Tree Bowl, 7:30 on ABC. SMU BYU in the New Mexico Bowl. And rounding out the bowls for the weekend, 9:15 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. North Texas versus Boise State in the Frisco Bowl. On Talk Radio WRNR this weekend, a lot of NFL football as they have the Saturday games. First tomorrow at 1 p.m. Coverage begins at 12:30 from Westwood One. Vikings host the Colts. And then, unfortunately, we can't broadcast the Ravens game due to the Ravens in the area, so the national broadcast had to be axed. So 8:15 tomorrow night, the Bills host the Dolphins. Then on Sunday at 1 p.m. with pregame coverage at 11 a.m. from the Steelers Radio Network, the Steelers take on the Panthers. And then Sunday Night Football as the Commanders host the Giants, 8:20 p.m. Kickoff pregame coverage from the Commanders Radio Network is set for 6 p.m. And once again, your final from the Cougar Cage, the Jefferson Lady Cougars get their first win of the season. They knocked off James Wood out of Virginia 61-40. We'll see the Lady Cougars on Monday once again as they take on the Hedgesville Lady Eagles. We added that game this morning, but officially allowed this afternoon. That will do it for me here from the Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 studios in Martinsburg. For Colin McLaughlin, Nick Verzolini, Dylan Bishop, Braden Schaffner, I'm Spencer Please saying so long. We'll talk to you on Monday at 12 p.m. for the Sports Mix. And then again, ladies, high school hoops, Jefferson at Hedgesville, Monday night, 7:30 with the tip-off. But that'll do it for this post-game scoreboard show brought to you by FMI WV, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Company. Go to FMIWV.com. We'll talk to you on Monday.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Hagerstown Ford, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.
my book, Michael T. and I wrote books, so he'll talk about his book when he gets up. I wrote this book, this children's book called Oval's Birthday, and I did all the drawings and illustrations in here. And it's a sight word book, and it's about the shape. Where is he? There it is, oval. There's oval. Kind of reminds me of me a little bit. And it's his birthday, but all the other shapes are going to throw him a surprise birthday party, but they want to distract oval. So if you can read a few sight words, you'll be able to read